We're live, people. We're live. Welcome to another Toronto Hoop Talk live stream. My name is Alam, and today, a watch along Sixers Raptors. Round two for this year. A very familiar opponent, team we've played a lot. Very familiar coach. Um, Unfortunately, it's a familiar feeling of cheering for my team against this team on the second night of a back-to-back. But I'll take that up with the NBA a little bit later. Right now, I got my team playing. Excited to see what happens. Pretty happy with how the game went yesterday. Part of me feels like when a game goes so good the way it did, maybe this one will be bad, but we'll see what happens. I'm excited to see what the product is tonight. I'm going to get the scoreboard up, but shout out to everybody that's watching this on replay or watching this live right now. You guys are both appreciated. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Those are two very important forms of engagement for the growth of a YouTube channel. And that's ultimately what I'm looking to do, people. So if you enjoy the content, if you want to support what I'm doing, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. If you don't like what's going on, leave a dislike, because believe it or not, that helps with the algorithm too. The game has tipped off. It is the standard lineup for the Sixers, but I guess they traded PJ, so now Kelly Oubre starts. Pretty minimal change for them, I guess. But Raptors is the same starting five as we've come to expect from Darko. Scotty looking at Kelly Oubre, seeing food, taking him to the basket and getting a bucket. Look. When Scotty gets those matchups, he needs to lean into that. He can do that very easily. He can do it consistently. Those are the kind of buckets that are consistent. So that's what I'd like to see more of. I'm going to get the scoreboard up. Oubre hit that three as I was setting things up. Nice pick and roll from Dennis and Jakob Poeltl. Embiid did a good job of contesting it. Poeltl missed it. You still want to see that get made. Unfortunate and one there. That gets called. Harris got a bit of a step on Siakam, took a strong take to the basket at that point. If Siakam's feet aren't set, if he's not stationary, you're liable to get called for that, and that's what happened there. But it is what it is. I felt like Scotty had a good contest there. That's unfortunate. I feel like if Siakam kind of just like, if he let Scotty get to that would have been another block from Scotty. Reorganize things because we got Nico on the stream right now.
How we doing?
Doing great. Hey, bro, I'll be real. Best game of the year is when you weren't here. I might have to kick you off the
stream. Bro, I was thinking that, bro. Like, I shouldn't appear anymore.
Yeah, the way that's the thing. If you joined during the game, I would have been stressed if Milwaukee went on a run.
Nah, for real. I think I might have to sit back for a while for a good amount of time.
For real. If they suck today, bro, it's
a sign. It's a sign.
Uncomfortable conversations.
Absolutely. It's time to start a dialogue.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yo, you shared an Instagram page about football. Is that your page?
Oh, no. It's a friend's page.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
If you ever want to promote anything up here, just feel free. I'm cool with it. But yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Dope. That's dope.
But yeah, he's one of my childhood friends. He knows ball. Sometimes.
That's great. Sometimes. When you don't disagree with him, he knows ball.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh man. So
Scotty made his free throws. Oubre made a basket. We go the other way. Ball moving well. Open corner three from OG makes it 7-7.
Oh, you are very ahead.
I'm at 9:44. Where are you at?
I'm at 10.
Okay, that's a
25 seconds.
Yeah. All right, cool. I'll do my best to not spoil, but bro, it might happen.
Let's see.
Don't tell me. Did they just call a travel on Joel Embiid? What is this?
Let me see.
Maybe there's hope in the world.
Tobias Harris to Joel. Joel. Oh, that's a travel. Yo, MB just got a bad call, man. That's like a 1 in a million moment. Everybody, make a wish.
Well, hold
Make a
on,
wish.
hold on. This is crazy.
What's
This is
going
a
on, bro?
crazy game. I'm gonna wait till you get this. I'm not gonna
All
spoil
right, let's
anything
see.
for this one. You
Yeah.
need to see this fresh.
All right, so Schroeder kicks out of Scotty. Scotty, good pass. Magic Johnson, pull up. He's here, bro. I'm telling you.
What is this? Scotty is passing, relocating, getting it back, and taking the three and making it. This is some Steph shit.
Scotty, exactly. He's moving like Clay, bro. This is
Actually,
unfair.
no, you're right. That's a better one. It's Clay shit to just like I don't have the handle to make the shot for me, so let me quick pass, relocate, get it back, and shoot it. This is crazy.
This is unfair hoops. I'm telling you.
I swear to God, man.
Scotty, another three.
6'10" Scotty, man, is changed my life. Changed my life for sure.
Yo, Scotty got on that gumbo. He got up to 240. Oh man. He been eating them Timbits. He acting different now. I'm telling you.
100% heavy on the Timbits. But you know what it is like? This is what like I kind of. This is something that I think like people kind of mention, but don't actually like show a good understanding of when a player goes through it. Like when people say growth isn't linear, like if you look at Scotty Barnes's like last year, right? Like the reality is like sometimes a part of growth is like a wake up call, right? Like just
absolutely true.
Just understanding that, you know what, I do have to step my game up, and like I can't just, casually go about things. And
Definitely
sometimes if you have a bad habit, sometimes your bad habit has to like hit you over the head or force you to bump your head before
Very
you
true.
realize like this has to change. And I think like with Scotty, you can see like the adversity he went through in his second year very well could be the reason that year 3, 4, 5 are as good as they could be.
I agree. Also, I think he realized that he could be so much better without Fred VanVleet. So,
but I think he also realized, like, because think about it, right? You're Scotty Barnes. You went 4th overall in the draft, so you were one of the best players in college, which means you were probably one of the best players in high school, which means you're probably one of the best players your whole life, right? It's like sometimes you might actually not quite have a good understanding of like things can actually be bad. Like now you get to the NBA, right? And things can go bad if you don't make sure they go right. And then sometimes that message has to resonate. Like just some adversity has to happen before you realize, like,
you're right.
I have to carry my weight to make sure that things are good. And like you see the growth or like the jump that he's taken this summer, man. It's amazing.
No, and it's very true because I feel like players like him, as you said, they've been getting all the praise all their life. Sometimes, they have to take a step back to reality, especially with Scotty last year, where he took so much hate, like on all sides. Even the media were making hit pieces on him. Like that must have been a wake up call for like, oh damn, I actually have to like put in extra work or like get extra better at my craft. Same with Pascal.
100%.
I feel like Pascal's like once he's got into his like not expected stardom, he performed well, but in the bubble in Tampa, he started off very, very bad, and that's where he got his most hate. And after that, he became the best version of himself. So sky's the limit with Scotty. I mean, he's only 21.
Yep, 100%. That's why when people say like giving young players like a platform to play a lot of minutes and make mistakes, a part of that is basically like kind of getting your ass kicked a little bit, so you kind of realize like what the level is.
I agree.
Scotty, great pass into Jakob. Oh, Jakob got hit with the travel that Embiid got hit with. Damn, it's 1-1 on the travels. That being said, I don't know if he traveled. I got to see this replay. They're showing me Scotty buckets instead. Whatever, I take it. Scotty buckets go hard. And we're going to break, people. It's a commercial. 17-17. We're live. We did it. We're playing decent basketball in Philly. Shots are being made. Scotty's playing well. Same old for what our team has kind of been this year, except with shot making. I think our worst game of the year, the game against Portland, like a lot of that just comes down to shot making and kind of just the vibes being down and energy being down. when things just aren't going right. But I think yesterday what you really saw is like when the shots fall, the impact that has on the basketball court, like from the game standpoint, but then also just the impact of just like things going good and how that feels. I think you can see like just the little things start to improve. And yeah, in this game, I mean, you could say like the beginning of the game kind of looks similar to some other games, but shots are being made. What's going on, Rio? Rio, our boy Scotty Barnes is a sniper now. What happened? I'm telling you, the guy grew to 6'10 and just nothing was the same. Nothing was the same. He grew to 6'10, he got his teeth fixed, and he's just not the same person anymore. He said, new year, new me for real. This year we go up. But yeah. High scoring game. I mean, like I think that like whether we win or lose, I feel like we're probably going to score more points than all our games aside from Milwaukee. So again, regardless of the result, 2 games where it feels like the offense is getting going, which is very good to see because that was the most depressing part about the beginning of the year was how stinky the half court offense looked. It only gets better. 100%. He's still young. He's still the age of a lot of rookies. Still younger than some rookies. What's going on, Leon? What are the other games in the basketball league right now, in the basketball association? Oh, right. There's a football game. I got to make sure my fantasy lineups are set. Oh, Spurs Suns tonight. Whoa, we get a rematch? There's a rematch of KD and Wemby? That's fire. That's amazing. They're showing Scotty's on the bench now. 12 points. He has 12 of our 17, 4 for 4 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I'm looking to see who checked in for us. Pat Bev checked in for them. Gary Trent checked in for us. Furkan Korkmaz, the unwanted player, is in for them. But yeah, just 1 sub for us. It looks like 2 subs for them. OG draws 2 defenders. Ball gets kicked to Gary Trent, but he can't catch it cleanly. The opportunity to get an open look is wasted, and then he throws the ball away. Very, very sloppy couple of moments from Gary Trent. Fortunately, going the other way, OG tips the ball out of bounds as Embiid tries to find a cutting. I think that was Korkmaz. I have no idea who it was. Scotty has to step up if he wants to be the guy. 100%. But that's the thing. At 22, he still has a few years ahead of him to take even another step. And like it might not happen for like next year, but it could happen for the year after that. And there's still an opportunity for it to happen the year after that, because even at that age, he'd still only be 25. Pat Bev Brick, we love to see it. Hopefully we see Liberty. He's active, right? Is he dressed? I have to look. Pascal finds an open Dennis Schroeder outside, hits the 3. Good look, good offense. Open looks are being generated. If Gary just caught the ball cleanly on the last possession, that might have been an open 3 as well. Pat Bev's being guarded by Siakam. That's a hilarious matchup. That's the thing. That is a thought through thing with Pascal Siakam defensively. They put him on the shittest guy they can put him on and let him basically leave that guy to double team other players, to be a help defender. Schroeder fakes a pass to a cutting Siakam, finds an open Gary Trent who shoots an air ball. Gary Trent showed up with pink shoes and is not playing with the swagger or the presence that you should play with when you're wearing pink shoes. 3 more years. Yo, Pat Bev and Embiid making no points tonight. Watch. I hope that happens, man. That's what I'm trying to see. Look what we just did to Dame and Giannis. If we could do the same thing to Embiid, man, I'll be a happy man. 100%. Pat Bev, he'll clamp himself. He'll stop himself from scoring. Couple quick buckets from the Sixers gives them a 1-point lead, 21-20. Raptors take a timeout. Following with the theme and the pattern of Darko taking timeouts quickly at points where momentum is beginning to swing, and the game is still in contention. Nico's back,
Yo,
and even so, it probably be like 5 points. Yo, look at this.
what's the word? What's the word? StreamYard was bugging. Oh,
100%.
2021. Mm.
Bevan and B, Bevan and B, making no points tonight. Watch.
Oh, I was about to say, bro, I don't want no Patrick Beverly, talk. I am, yo, you see what he's been saying in the media?
100%. Here's the thing, like
Man,
you gotta understand that guy. When he was on the basketball court, he was a professional talker. He's not a professional basketball player. He's a professional talker.
absolutely.
Right? So now that he has a podcast, he's even more of a professional talker. We know the hooping ability is going to stop making him money at some point. It got him quite a bit so far somehow, but I mean, like, it
Yeah,
is what it is. Like, he's going to have to, he's going to talk because that's what he does. Um, he's
that is
always
very
been
true.
somebody that's thrived off, this kind of attention. So he's just going to say what he says. But that being said, if somebody has an opportunity to put him on his ass, that would be preferred. That would
That
be
would
ideal.
be awesome.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, we need to be honest, I just want to win this game just cuz we need to put Pat Bev in his place.
I agree.
I need animosity.
I gotta see if that's me that froze or Nico, because I'm actually not sure. Well, it looks like I'm not frozen, so that's cool. Um, but yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back. StreamYard's been giving us both trouble lately, but we'll figure this out at some point. That's it. 100%. 100%. And that's the thing. Like, you just have to treat it for what it is. This is not a person. Like, I'll put it this way, right? If you're walking down the street and some random person comes up to you and just does like some crazy, like just says some crazy stuff to you, are you gonna like sidetrack your day to deal with this random person? Like, no. Who are you? Why do you matter? It's the same thing with Pat Bev. Again, who is he and why should he matter? Not everyone should have the power to trigger a reaction out of you. That's how I look at Pat Bev. He has not earned enough respect in a basketball space to be taken seriously about basketball. So that's what it is. Like, you can't take that man seriously. He's gonna do what he does for attention. Like, just gotta ignore it. Oh, they're showing the James Harden trade broken down, like who's going where, right? I'm seeing Nick Batum. I can't see the name Nick Batum without thinking about that freestyle that rapper did with his name in it. It's so funny and so good at the same time and so random. It's such a hilarious thing. I just like, to me, that's Batum's legacy in the NBA and in life. That bar. Oh my god, it's the funniest thing. But yeah, I don't know. And then also, like, the Sixers are just such a funny team because they have him, they have Batum, and they have Korkmaz, the guy who asked to be in a trade when nobody was interested. Oh, that's tough, Pirtle. That's tough. Turnover there. Pirtle trying to make a really precise pass to Malachi Flynn between two defenders. And I don't know if I trust Malachi Flynn enough to take advantage of that or Pirtle enough to make that specific of a pass. I saw what he was going for though, but it just takes a better pass. Gary Trent, foul baiting, baby. Again, another instance where like Gary Trent is not gonna, under normal circumstances, to come around the screen, catch it, and immediately get it up in a crowd. That's not a smart play. But when you feel contact and the ball's in your hand and you can get it off, shoot it. Take some contact as you shoot, get to the free throw line. Foul baiting at its finest, people. Poor Covington. Why do you say that? Which way did he go? He went to Philly, right? Oh yeah, that's tough. Because here's the thing, right? I don't think the Clippers are gonna win, but they have a chance. Philly has no chance. So like, he already failed you, my guy. He already failed you. What is Gary Trent's next contract gonna be, man? I'm confused. But Scotty's back in the game, so I'm happy. I'm happy. I love to see that. Oh, Covington should have been on the Raps. Yeah, he's hella Vision 6'9". He's Messiah. That's the kind of, I feel like Covington was like one of the first modern era 3-and-D players. Because if you remember, when the Sixers were tanking, they developed him. Like, they scouted him. Oh, wow. Gary Trent missed 2. What are we doing? But yeah, Covington, like the Sixers, when they were tanking, they found him and they gave him minutes strictly because of his wingspan. They said, you know what? He's big, he's athletic, he has a big wingspan. We're just going to give him an opportunity to develop a shot, play him as much as we, play him a lot and see what happens. And he developed into the player that he is. And like, bro, he's the kind of player now that a lot of NBA teams covet. I don't know why the camera's panning to Garrett Temple. Somebody watching the game who has the audio, let me know, like, wait, what? Embiid is shooting a free throw? Did Temple get hit with a technical? Oh, I think Temple got hit with a technical because he walked off the bench. That's so funny that the veteran-most player on our team did that. Because it's like, that's the least veteran thing to do. And I get he's frustrated because I'd be frustrated too. The fact that that wasn't a foul on Embiid is crazy. Like, I don't know what Embiid's done to get this. Oh, that's a makeup call there. Again, like when you see these kind of calls, like that's a call, but they miss that stuff all the time. Like, but that's a makeup call there. Malachi with the ball. Malachi getting early minutes off probably his best quarter of basketball last game. And I don't say that as if he played like amazing. He just wasn't bad. And that counts as the best Malachi Flynn minutes of the year. Missed shot. Furkan Korkmaz tries to drive and kick. Gary Trent reads it like a book because I read it like a book because everybody could read that like a book. Gary Trent, pull up 3 with confidence, hits it. Okay, that's interesting. Was such a shaky start for him, but he steps into a shot with confidence and hits it. That's good to see. 100%. There's so many funny memes that were generated off the Furkan Korkmaz thing. Like off the story of him asking to be a part of that trade. That's such a funny situation. I'm seeing a replay of it. This is a huge shot from Gary too, to make it the game that it is. Like, down 3 to tie the game. Whoa. Embiid's shooting another technical free throw. What happened? Who got hit with the tech? I don't have the audio on or like the commentary because it can't be in the background of the stream. But if someone who's watching this can let me know why Embiid got that free throw. Because like, why are we just giving the Sixers random technical free throws as well as like a good whistle? Okay, Scotty guarding Embiid. Grady did something? Grady had something to say? That's so funny. Oh, wow. Gary Trent, relax. Please, please, please. Thank you. I think he's claiming that he got hit in the crotch. Oh, Jesus. Embiid came in like a wrecking ball there. What I was going to say, though, great effort by Gary Trent to get that rebound because Scotty was guarding Embiid. Boucher came to contest. The 2 biggest Raptors on the court were caught up with Embiid. Gary Trent was underneath the basket and he's small. But like, he fought really well to get the rebound. And then he forced, like he tries to dribble it down the court himself. And you can see him losing control of his handle slowly. Dribbles into a corner and like passes the ball to just get it out of his hands to avoid turning it over. Gets the ball back. Well, actually, no. As he does that, he grabs like his groin area like he got hit. Complains to the refs. Whatever. He probably got fouled. Gets the ball back, Man. Roller coaster ride of a possession, but Embiid goes to the free throw line because that's where he lives. That's just where Embiid lives. He has a house on the free throw line. 1:11 to go. Embiid shooting a free throw to make it a 3-point game. There's a guy named Springer on the Sixers. I did not know of his existence before this, so we'll see what he's like. But yeah, they got Melton, Springer, Korkmaz, and who? This is a tiny lineup from Philly. And Pat Bev? This is a tiny lineup. Who's the 4? The 4 is Boucher, technically. Yeah, because Scotty and Embiid are being guarded by each other. So like Scotty's the 5 right now, which is crazy to see if you see how he plays. But like, unfortunately, Boucher's not the kind of guy who's gonna take advantage of the size mismatch. Unfortunately. 76ers all day, brother. Embiid dropped 40. So first of all, that's a hilarious spelling of Embiid. And yeah, all natural. I remember you yesterday. You were saying that the Bucks suck. You had the Celtics in the finals, and you had Philly having a chance. Are you a Philly fan, or like are you a 76ers fan? I'm curious. I am not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Real. I saw the way he spelled Embiid. I'm like, that's mad funny. Oh, you're an Embiid fan. Hold on. You're an Embiid fan, but you spelt his name like that. Hey, man, do your thing. But here's my thing, right? Like, this is a very valid point. Man said 40. Man only has 2. If he gets to 40, that'll be something else. 28 to 24. Philly will take the second last shot of the quarter. Honestly, this has been the Scotty quarter. Outside from Scotty, of course he's gonna get stuff like that is bullshit, because again, he's literally, his back is facing the basket. He feels an arm and then he just decides to shoot through the arm. So then, yeah, technically Boucher is fouling him in the act of shooting, but he's shooting the ball only because he knows, he's creating the foul. Like, there needs to be a better like unpacking or understanding of like the rules in basketball, because if you just talk about, like, if you just call things by the book, you're liable to have shit like this happen. And like, this is not basketball. That's not basketball. You know what's funny too? Like, I was thinking about this over the summer while I was watching the FIBA tournament. This type of stuff does not happen in the FIBA games. You don't get to see that. You don't ever see these random things that you just know as a person who likes the sport. Like, that's not basketball. You just don't see players benefit from doing that. Like, the referees just, it's not to say those referees are better, because they have their own bullshit, but like, those referees, I feel like, just have more common sense. OG makes the buzzer beater to cut the lead to 4. What's up with the turnovers? Yeah, it's rough. I'm gonna check in with the stats. I'm a LeBron fan from way back. He's the GOAT. Golden State well, playing well so far, closing games this year so far. Okay, that's cool. See, you know what it is? If I could go back, I lied. I do like being a Raptors fan, but I feel like being a bandwagon fan is the best sports fan experience. So the way you're doing it, I don't mind. Where are you from, by the way? Like, country wise, where are you tapping in from? But yeah, quick stat check. Both teams shooting around 50%. Both teams shooting one shot above or below 50% from 3. The Sixers naturally have 4 more free throw attempts, but that's not a crazy disparity. Rebounding is even. Turnovers surprisingly even, 5-4. Has 5-4. And like, Toronto has more turnovers. Honestly, like, a lot of these stats are pretty similar. If anything, like, the biggest disparity is like 3 steals / blocks for Philly and only 1 for us. But like, even that's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's a 4-point game, and like, they have 4 more free throws, so you could, I guess, say that that's the disparity. But yeah, it's a tight game. I like what we have going on when Scotty's on the court. I haven't loved what we did when he was off the court, because in his 8 minutes, actually, Okay, true. So if you look at the Raptors starting lineup, the guys are either have a plus minus of like 1 or 0 or -2. Then you look at the bench players: Gary Trent -4, Malachi Flynn -5, Grady -5. It's really the bench unit when we were playing bench dominant minutes that Philly got their advantages. But that's going to be the story of the Raptors this year. Like if you're going to watch the Raptors this year, you're signing up for that kind of basketball where when the bench unit comes in, it's stress. It's pure stress. But I genuinely think he would have spelt his name right if he was from Philly. I feel like he's not from North America, but we'll find out maybe. But yeah, shout out to All Natural, man. Been active in the chat. I always appreciate everybody who's active in the chat. It gives me like the opportunity to go back and forth instead of just like coming up with random things to say off the top of my head when the game isn't on. Like, I'm happy to just talk through the game as I'm watching it while there's basketball being played, but during the stoppages and play, man, like it's not always easy to just talk. But we try our best. This is still a lot of fun. Jaden McDaniels is in the game. Jaden McDaniels, good sir. We need a basket from you. You're 0 for 8 in your Raptors career. We need a basket. What did we do? Like what is the foul here? Cameraman giving an ISO shot of the referee. That's how you know he's trash. That's how you know he's trash. When the cameraman decides that the referee needs some airtime, oh, they reversed the call. They called it an offensive foul. Never mind. That's my guy. I take it all the way back. They showed him because he gave Toronto a good call. And I thought that's what the call was. I thought it was going to be the screen, Korkmaz's screen. I thought that's what the whistle was. I was surprised when I saw that wasn't the case. OG. What a pass from OG to Boucher. But then also, that's a underrated, like, that's a tough catch and finish there. To catch it in a crowd and go, the other way, go up and under the basket. That's a solid play by Boucher. B-ball Paul misses the shot at the basket. Scotty with the contest, the rebound, and then gets fouled and is limping now. It looks like he may have stepped on somebody's ankle. The way he's reacting and moving, it feels like probably pain more than injury. This is a really bad angle to see what happened. Oh, yeah. That's not that big of a deal. He basically got his leg kicked as he was trying to run, so his ankle turned a little bit, but that's more pain than injury, I think. Yeah, he's back. He's limping a little bit, but he's back. That's just something that the pain is just going to go away. OG goes left, Euros, Maxi gets to the basket. The more I watch the Raptors, the more I feel like trading Siakam makes sense. And it's not about Siakam. Like, that's not a Siakam good versus bad kind of a thing. I just think that, like, I feel like I'm starting to see OG and Scotty Barnes show that they're deserving of more priority in the offense. And if that's going to happen and Siakam's going to get compromised, you may as well trade him before his value tanks. Because if he gets less and less productivity because he has less and less of a role in the offense, his value goes down. You may as well trade him now. And, like, again, that point is not that Siakam is not good or Siakam doesn't help us. Like, it's not to belittle him or belittle him is maybe putting it too harsh, but it's not to like lower or be critical of him. That's the best way to put it. It's not to be critical of him. It's just the reality is that asset management is a part of running a basketball team. And you just have to be pretty thoughtful about these things. And I think trading Siakam makes a ton of sense if you actually break down the pros and cons and you consider what OG and Scotty seem to be doing with slightly bigger roles in the offense. Because, yeah, OG still sometimes has his like clumsy moments where he loses the ball because he's just like a stiff, clumsy guy. But I mean, all things considered, I still think it's been good. Just as I say that, OG gets stuffed at the basket by B-ball Paul Reed. Still, to this day, the worst nickname I've heard. Boucher's block goes right to Patrick Beverley in the corner like it was a pass to the corner. That's wild. Scotty looking to score. That was an interesting thing there. He kind of did a spin and then shot it as he was finishing his spin. Missed it, but Boucher was there to clean it up and get the offensive rebound. So it says that we have 8 bench points and the Sixers have none. Tobias Harris misses a 3. Malachi fighting tough for rebounds. I feel like Malachi is like, hold up, Malachi, pull up 3 in transition. He made it. Where's my banner? Where's my banner? Let's go. Let's go. But I was gonna say, what's his name? Will Lou made kind of a joke about like if you could get Dellavedova productivity out of Flynn, that would still be good enough. But at least worthwhile to put him on a basketball court. And like he made a joke about how it's funny. Wait, did Jaden McDaniel make a basket? Yes, we got his first make in a Raptors uniform. Game 6. We'll take it though. We'll take it. But yeah, Flynn is doing some deli things here. Like he's just playing like his biggest plays are literally rebounds and steals. That shot is his one like offensive play that he's made in the last 2 quarters or so of his best basketball played. But his best period of basketball played, it's the best because of rebounds and steals, which is so funny. But let's go, Malachi Dellavedova. That's what we need from my guy. So we have a lead, people. We have a bit of a lead. We're playing this team tough. Of course, it wasn't going to be like it was against Milwaukee. But what I will say is that, like, I think a big part of the reason we had a good day against Milwaukee, and a big part of the reason we're having a good day against Philly now is our bench is actually beating the other bench, like decidedly. Against Portland, like, and this was the funny thing, like, if you watch my live stream against Portland, right, you can actually see me realizing this in real time, gradually, of just like, Malcolm Brogdon is by far the best bench player. It's not head and shoulders above every other bench player in the game. And he dominated the game whenever the starters were out. And he was so good, he played with their starters down the stretch, and he kind of scored the big buckets to end the game, right? But oddly enough, right, a team like Portland, one of the worst teams in the league, who has a great bench player, right? These 2 teams that are considered some of the better teams in basketball, they have really bad benches. Milwaukee's bench was genuinely worse than ours by far. The way Brogdon was head and shoulders above our bench by himself, Raptors bench was head and shoulders above the Bucks bench. Right now, to be honest, I don't think Philly's bench is. I think a big part of the problem with Philly's bench for this game in particular is that they just made a trade. Right? They just made a big trade where they traded 4 players and they added 3 new players. One of them isn't with the team. The other 2 are new. The back end of your rotation is kind of thrown off now. So yeah, you're not getting much from your bench today, but it's still the same where like the bench is kicking ass now for 5.5 quarters of basketball. And coincidentally, it's the best 5.5 quarters of our season. Now, the thing to keep in mind is that how much can we replicate that? Or like, in how many games can we replicate that? Because there are going to be a lot of teams that we play that are, you could say, less talented than Philly and Milwaukee, but they have better benches than us. So like, they'll still do better in those moments, and like theoretically, like potentially be able to erase what our starters do against the other team starters. Paul Reed gets a dunk as a roller in the pick and roll, the first play out of the timeout. Sloppy defensive possession for a guy like Paul Reed to get that kind of a look. Scotty Barnes with the ball. Pass it to Malachi. Pass it to Boucher. Boucher's looking for Scotty. Scotty gets it, goes around the Boucher screen, has Paul Reed one-on-one. Dribble, turn, spin, good look, gets it to fall. Scotty Barnes, man, what a start to the season he's had. We got a call. I mean, calls like this I'll take. Off ball foul on the play where Philly's gonna get the rebound anyways. Like, really doesn't impact us. But with us getting that call, hopefully we don't get any more. Paul Reed passes it to Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre aggressively goes to the basket, misses. Malachi Flynn going the other way. Malachi. May the hoop session continue. Scotty Barnes with the ball. Oubre on him. OG clearly likes the Maxi matchup. Two defenders come. Ball gets swing to Malachi. Malachi creates. Oh, wow. Malachi created a great look for OG in the corner. But Maxi, honestly, he recovered so well. Like that was an open three when OG caught it, and it probably should have been a fairly open shot attempt, but Maxi closed the gap like this. And then uses that very speed to just sprint down the court past our defense and go and one to the other side. That's tough, man. That's tough. Maxi's one of those players where like you might watch him and you might not see like supreme talent or anything. So it's like, oh, he's not that good. But the thing is like so much in sports, if you have elite athletic ability that's also unique, you can make the most out of it and make yourself effective. Like Maxi's not like particularly like super talented or like super like has crazy ability, but he's crazy effective. Maxi's very effective, right? Like at some point, just because somebody doesn't have a crazy bag, you can't mitigate how or like try to belittle how effective they are. Maxi's damn effective because his speed is not going to be something most athletes on a basketball court can deal with. That's going to dictate how you defend the entire court because you have to consider Maxi just sprinting past the first guy. Like, he's a very interesting and unique player, and I think he deserves a lot more credit than he gets. OG checks out of the game. Grady back in the game. Pirtle passes it to Pascal. Pascal dribbles all the way to the basket, gets it to fall. Gets back on defense. He's guarding Melton. These Pascal defensive assignments have been hilarious this year. Oh, that's tough. We forced a miss, but Paul Reed gets the offensive rebound because a couple Raptors were busy contesting whoever shot that ball. And then ball finds Paul Reed again, and he gets the shot to fall. Damn it. Raptors have a 1-point lead, 41-40, 6:35 to go. Oh, damn, that's tough. Turnover from Grady. Maxi gets sprinting out the other way. Sixers get the lead back. Yeah, this little run that the Sixers are on because of Maxi, tough to see, man. Tough to see. Pascal. Schroeder cuts. A wide open three gets created for McDaniels. He misses. Pirtle gets the offensive rebound. Schroeder. Oh! Can we not get an and one there? Pick and roll generates a nice lane for Pirtle to get the pass and run into. And he dunks over Paul Reed. I wouldn't say he dunked on Paul Reed, but I mean, like, on dunks, I've seen less get called, to be honest. D'Anthony Melton has the ball, and he's probably wondering why the hell is Pascal Siakam guarding me? Oh, wow. Why do I have to get clamped by it? Like, what did I do to get this tough of a defender on me? But that's the situation we're in. Joel Embiid checks into the game for Paul Reed. Gary Trent checks in for somebody. Gary, we need a better shift here, man. We need a better shift. That's a foul. Oh, I saw another angle of the Pirtle dunk. Harry Pirtle. That's a foul. That's crazy that's not an and one, but so much of the bullshit that that Embiid does gets him free throws and and ones and stuff. I can't believe it. Okay, Schroeder gets Melton to jump. Gets a little push floater. Can't get it to fall. Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey had a couple of defenders going with him. Joel Embiid gets a tough shot to fall. Damn, that's tough. Falling away on the baseline, damn near behind the backboard. Philly's lead is now at 3. Pascal with the ball. Tobias guarding him. Grady runs off of him. Pascal kicks it. Schroeder running the hell out of that pick and roll, just doesn't find a pass that he likes. Oh, Grady got a look. He wanted to shoot the 3. Then he saw Joel Embiid running at him, and he got spooked. He did not want to shoot that anymore. I mean, yeah, Grady, you're gonna have to learn. Like guys like Embiid, 7'1", they can move quickly in the NBA. 7'1" would have never moved like that. I think I'm frozen, but bear with me, people. This will unfreeze on its own. But yeah, I think he's like, man, 7'1", never used to move like this in college. This is new to me. But that's how it goes, Grady. Part of the lesson to be learned. Schroeder goes right, gets fouled. Yeah, Melton's not having a fun game. Melton is not having a fun game at all. Oh, that's the soonest the random StreamYard glitch lasted. Dennis to the free throw line. We're in the bonus with 4 minutes to go. Okay, cool. Again, I've talked about this before, but the way I think games should be managed is that when you have a sizable amount of time in the bonus, I think you should be aggressive with your lineups and your substitutions, meaning your starters should play heavy minutes. You can compensate for the heavy minutes they play now by giving them more rest towards the middle of the third quarter when you're likely not going to be in the bonus then, right? Your bench players that are bench players for a reason and not your biggest offensive threats should not be the ones playing minutes when you're in the bonus. This should be an opportunity for your best scorers to be aggressive because they know every single foul is free throws. That's how I think games should be managed when a team is in the bonus for like 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes, right? Obviously, bonus hits with 2 minutes to go, whatever. Like at that point, just ride out with whatever your substitution pattern is. But I think a good situation to alter them in is a situation like this. So we'll see what Darko does. Philly inbounding the ball, 14 seconds to go. Embiid along the baseline, backing down Pirtle. Second defender comes. Embiid gets stripped. Siakam goes the other way. Maxey makes a... Jeez. I thought he did a good job just swiping at the ball without fouling. Somehow they're saying it went off Siakam out of bounds. So that was a steal. That's a crazy play from him. That's a really crazy play. I'd love to see a replay to see if that actually happened. But yeah. 46-45 Philly, 3:36 to go. Embiid's been held in check, and Maxey's had his moments, but in the grand scheme of things, he's held in check too. Grady gets a foul called for just reaching. He reaches into Oubre. That's just like I feel like that's just doing a rookie harsh. Like, but again, like it's the same thing, right? Oubre did not look like he had any intent to shoot that until he felt contact and he just went up. Oubre, 2 free throws. Somehow Philly is still not in the bonus. So shout out the referees for actually not giving them that many calls in this game. Spurs Suns tonight. We get a rematch of 1BKD. What a matchup. What a matchup. But yeah, nah, I see, bro. It's I'm shook about the refereeing too. So, yeah, every now and then. That's crazy that Maxey thing ended up being a steal. Like what? But yeah, I'm just first time I'm doing a Raptors stream during Thursday Night Football. I'm also an NFL fan, people. If you guys are interested in the content that I do, I have a YouTube channel called In Motion Football where I basically do the same stuff but for American football or the NFL as a whole. It's not team specific like this is. So definitely check that out if you're into the NFL. In Motion Football, it is linked to Toronto Hoop Talk. So you click this YouTube channel at the bottom, it'll show a link to In Motion Football, and that's where you can check out that channel as well. You can also run it up there to subscribe, like videos when I'm live. And yeah, that's what it is, people. I bring it up a lot because it's very important. If a YouTube channel wants to grow, they need likes and subscriptions. So I always make a point to remind you guys every now and then that if you do enjoy the content, you don't want to miss out on what we have what we're going to be doing going forward. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. So all I ask people, the content is free. You can pay the fee in the form of the like button. But yeah, with that being said, I gotta check my fantasy teams to make sure I'm not leaving anybody on the bench for no reason. But yeah, as we got to make them foul us 100%. 100%. We're in the bonus. We have to be aggressive. We have to make the most of this opportunity. 1,000,000%. NFL, who you got to win it all, bro? Tough call. I say Jags is looking good, dude. All natural. You're funny. You have a lot of unique takes, which I like, by the way. Like I like people who have their own opinions, and like I don't agree, but I think it's interesting. But I have the Eagles taking it all. They're my team, so I'm definitely biased. But we got to the Super Bowl last year. We were very close. I think we're a pretty good team. We're not the same team, but yeah, I'm saying we're gonna win it. We're gonna make it right. The game is back. Dennis is back. I know he looked a little bit banged up on that foul that put him on the free throw line, but he is back. Kelly Oubre at the free throw line. Of course, the game starts with the Sixers shooting free throws. Philly's 3-point lead is restored. I can remove the Flynn Sanity banner because he hasn't been on Flynn Sanity for a few minutes. Schroeder gets fouled out of bounds. Oubre hits himself in the head a little bit and points to his chest. That's a stupid thing to do, but this is what it is. Get to the free throw line. Every foul is free throws. Get to the free throw line and make them count. I'm not starting Jaylen Warren. All right, cool. Couple leagues to go. Then I know for sure that I'm not benching anybody random in fantasy football. Dennis makes the first one. 3:22 to go. Dennis with a free throw to make it a 1-point game. And he makes it. Maxi's getting full court pressed by Dennis Schroeder, and it actually is kind of working. A second defender didn't have to come bail him out, and he had to get the ball out of his hands. That's a success. Embiid and one when basically nothing happens. He's grabbing his wrist, but he's going to be completely fine. Here's the funny thing about that, right? What the referees are going to look at is Embiid head of steam at the basket and Scotty Barnes not being set defensively, because typically that results in a foul. But what they have to see there is Embiid, he was moving quickly forwards to get past Pirtle. Once he got to the basket and Scotty, he actually went backwards. Like he didn't go follow through with moving forwards. He got to Scotty and went backwards. So there's actually next to no contact there. Yes, of course they touched each other, but there was barely any like force to the contact. It was literally just touching each other. Like Embiid there's no way you can, like, I don't know if the referee thought that Scotty bumped him backwards or something there, but like Embiid literally got to Scotty and then fell and like not fell but faded backwards, and then now they're calling a foul on on Scotty. That's crazy. But unfortunately there, a turnover leads to a Korkmaz dunk. It's a 6-point lead for Philly. Siakam shrugs off Tobias Harris, sets up Pirtle for a nice little push shot. He just can't get it to fall. Sixers going the other way. I think we've scored like 2 to 4 points while we've been in the bonus for like over a minute and a half now. Nah, man. Korkmaz open 3 off. Dennis almost got a steal, but then he just couldn't secure the ball. But like in attempting to get the ball, he took himself out of the play by falling down. And the 5-on-4 for Philly for a couple moments resulted in a Korkmaz 3. Dennis gets to the mid-range. Oh, good open shot. Can't get it to fall. The deficit is 9. Oh, I like it. This is what we're going with. 5 versus 8. 5 versus 8. It's not fair. It's a handicap match. Can't believe Korkmaz hit us with a 3 like that, man. This scrub, man. This scrub has like 5 to 7 points on a Scotty. Open corner 3. In and out. Offensive rebound. Good play by Siakam. Scotty looking for a cutter. Finds Pirtle. Pirtle does a good job of finishing around the rim with Embiid there. Tobias Harris with the ball going the other way. 7-point deficit. 1:20 to go. Hopefully they can play their cards right and get this back to being like 1 or 2 possession game. Maxey, deep 3, miss. All right, cool. Let's go. 1:10 to go. Let's go the other way. Siakam, Springer on him. I don't know if his pass was to Pirtle or Schroeder, but Pirtle caught it. Schroeder operating the pick and roll. Doesn't like a look that he wants. Offensive foul on OG, of course. Of course, it's an offensive foul on OG. Like, I don't think that defender's feet were set. Oh, hell no. And it's not like the chicken wing thing. Like, it's not like OG extended his arm or hit him with an elbow to create that separation. He did not. Those are the things where if that happened, I would be like, whatever, you take it. Like, if that's what you're calling it, is what it is. But that's not a foul. Maxey. Damn, we really couldn't punish the Sixers for Maxey taking that crazy shot. And then, of course, Embiid gets the foul call. Of course he gets the foul call, man. Like, I would go on to say, like, this is a lot worse than what OG did. Significantly worse than what OG did. Pirtle is a lot more set. Embiid hits, like, drives with a lot more force. That's crazy. I'm telling you, man, the whistle Embiid gets, it's criminal. It's criminal how good it is. He has the referees completely tricked and just like fooled into just seeing things that like they don't see for other players. But checking in on All Natural saying that Embiid was going to get 40, he only does have, he's probably going to have 15 at half. So he is very much not on track for the 40. Also, I think he's got 9 of the 15 from the free throw line. So the Sixers are up 9 now. Unfortunate end to the quarter here. This game wasn't like this for a whole lot of the game, but a tough run here is the reason why it's the case. Pascal misses a good look from 3. OG misses a very good look under the basket. The ball finds Scotty. Scotty finds Pascal. Great passing. Wide open 3 from Dennis. Just can't get the shot to fall. So Philly will take the last shot of the quarter. A very deep 3 from Maxey. Furkan Korkmaz was almost trying to do basket interference there, but Maxey's 3 hit the front rim. 9-point game, people. 9-point game, 58-49. Sixers over the Raptors at halftime. It's unfortunate. it's unfortunate. I thought we played good for a decent amount of that game, but the Sixers put a hell of a run together with some help from the referees at the end of the second quarter. Let's do a stat check in to see what happened. Honestly, all these stats are still very even. So it's funny. It was a 4 point game. It was a 4 point game at the end of the first, I think. Let me see. Yeah, it was a 4 point game, and the Sixers had like 4 more free throw attempts. Now it's a 9 point game. They have 6 more free throw attempts. The disparity in free throw attempts is like very close to the gap in the score. Most of the other metrics are more or less the same. We're shooting pretty similarly. Like a lot of it is similar, but unfortunately, like the free throws are a pretty big gap. But I mean, like it is what it is. We know what we're signing up for when we play Embiid. We know what we're signing up for. Just generally playing against these kind of superstars. The superstar whistle is crazy. But with that being said, Embiid's whistle is different. It's not like any other superstar. So we'll live with it. But yeah, 9 point game at halftime. Not a whole lot going on aside from this in the NBA. It's a dull night in the NBA. Detroit, New Orleans just started, but like it's Detroit, New Orleans. Who cares? Orlando, Utah is about to start at 9. And really, it's Spurs Suns that we all care about. It's the Wemby KD rematch tonight, but like that's gonna be after this game. Not something we can keep an eye on during this game. But yeah, 9 people tuned in live right now. Shout out to you guys tuning in live. Shout out to anybody that might be watching this on replay. Afterwards, you guys are both equally appreciated. If you enjoy what's going on and you want to help support the content, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Very important forms of engagement for the growth of the YouTube channel. But yeah, aside from that, I will be here a lot this year. I've done a watch long for every single Raptors game. I'm going to try to do them for as many as I can possibly do. Life will probably get in the way at some point, but while it hasn't, I'm going to stick with this. But yeah, live streams during the games. If I can't do a live stream for the game, I'll probably do a live stream after the game as like a post-game show. And then there will also be live streams, like shorter ones at different nights where like there's no game, to just talk about other stuff, like as the talking points related to the Raptors start to pick up. So that's what we'll be doing, people. We're going to be here pretty consistently. Last year, I wanted to do consistent basketball content, but one, I wasn't entirely familiar with how I wanted my content to look, or like I wasn't completely comfortable with what the content would be like. And then two, the team was just terrible to watch and cheer for. The team was legitimately, I felt like it took from you to watch those games. So my attempt to make content related to the Raptors last year kind of fell flat, but I started to live stream more. I got, in the swing of things, and now I feel very comfortable doing this, and I look forward to really just pumping out content all year this year. And then of course, like throughout the summer as well, free agency content is going to be big. Draft content 100% is going to happen. And aside from that, like Canada basketball content will be there as well, people. So a lot of content will be on this channel. If you don't want to miss out on the ride, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's that simple. Plug this charger in to make sure this laptop doesn't die. I got Titans over Steelers today. I got the same thing. Yeah. I'll be so real. I think the Steelers have two ways of winning games: just bullying people from like sheer physicality, or their pass rushers just taking a game away, right? I don't think they can bully Tennessee. Like, I don't think Tennessee's all that good, but I don't think they're the team to be bullied. And then in terms of the Steelers pass rush just winning the game, I don't particularly think Levis is great or anything either, but I don't think Levis, I think start number one of his career, because technically he wasn't the starter in the last game because it was a 50-50 thing, but like first start of his career, I think they're going to protect him. He's starting in Pittsburgh on a short week in his first start of his career. I doubt they're going to just put him out there and have him play like football normally. You have to protect him. So that's why I have Titans, because I don't think the Steelers' ways of winning games will pan out for them. But yeah, for anybody who's interested in NFL talk, football talk, in motion football, I'll actually post a link in the chat. It is my other YouTube channel. It is where the other channel that I make content at. And I do basically what I do here, but just for a whole different sport. There it is, people. The link is in the chat. Anyone who wants to hit that up. But while we're here on this channel, it's basketball and basketball mainly that we're going to talk about. But yeah, anyone that's still tuned in right now, man, feel free to get your thoughts and questions in the chat. We should have basketball soon. We're looking forward to this second half to come back, because the thing about a 9-point game is like it feels worse than it is. Like 9 points is just one run, and if you watch a lot of basketball, you notice that like 10-point runs happen in 2 minutes all the time. So that's actually how I look at games. I look at games in terms of closeness as how many minutes of a run does it take to get this game back? Like typically, right? So if it's a 10-point game, somebody might think, oh, look, how many possessions is that? It's like, yeah, but basketball is a game of runs. Typically, right? Typically, like there's a bunch of back and forth, and then there's just moments where one team or another goes on a run, and that's how games get decided. So, yeah, I just think that once you filter through the moments of back and forth, what it comes down to is who did a better job of making runs and taking away or like halting runs for the other team. So a 9-point game is roughly a 2-minute run. We have 24 minutes to do something that takes 2 minutes. A lot of time left, but yeah, we're gonna have to find a way to not get Philly on the free throw line the way they are. The referees are going to do what they do, but like you're not in control of what the referees do. You are in control of what you can do. So I'm looking at it like that. What can the Raptors do to potentially not have Joel Embiid on the free throw line this easily? And it's a headache. There's no simple answer. If there was one, everybody would do it. Because it's not even like he's always getting the ball in the low post. It would be one thing to say, like, try to deny him in the post, make him catch the ball like 20 to 25, feet away from the basket. But it's not even that. He's catching the ball from there and driving on people. He's just doing it all. He's doing it all. It's tough. We need Liberty to play. That's what it is, people. That's what we need. That's the Embiid solution. Javon Freeman, Liberty. But Javon Freeman, Liberty, he's probably first in line to get Malachi's minutes. That's most likely what's going on. If I look at the lineup. Oh, so I'm looking at it now. Rio, Javon Freeman, Liberty is currently assigned to the Raptors 905. So Marquise, Ron Harper, and Javon Freeman, Liberty are with the G League team right now. So the players that are dressed that haven't played yet are Garrett Temple and Thad Young. Because Otto Porter Jr. is not playing because of basically like load management, because he's old as hell and hasn't really played basketball in a long time. So a back-to-back isn't something he can do, apparently. Koloko has his respiratory illness. I hope Gio isn't in here because he'll tell you what he thinks it is. And Precious Achua has a left groin strain. So those are 3 players that are missing for that reason. Then you got the 3 players on the G League, and then you have the 2 players not playing, Thad Young and Garrett Temple, which like are basically assistant coaches. So we're playing our entire rotation like of playable players. We're 10 deep. I guess by December, Jan, we will see them. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Malachi has to fumble his minutes for them to get minutes, I think. Malachi definitely has to fumble his minutes. Yeah, if I'm looking at the rotation, right, Gary Trent is not going to get his minutes cut. Boucher could, because honestly, Boucher is capable of anything, man. Also, he could get traded. Grady's probably not getting his minutes cut because, like, even though he's going to make mistakes, he should be able to play through them. And McDaniels probably, McDaniels was probably not going to get his minutes cut given the contract they gave him and given the fact that it was given to him so soon. And that's the thing too, is like, let's say Boucher gets his minutes cut. Like, would you play a bench lineup of Flynn, Gary Trent, Grady, McDaniels, and Freeman Liberty? Nah, that's way too small. That's way too McDaniels and Boucher as your bigs? Hell no. So that doesn't really count. It would have to be, it'd have to be somebody else. Probably has to be Malachi. See, I don't know. But that being said, I'm definitely going to a Raptors 905 game or multiple 905 games. And if the moment lines up correctly and there's enough going on, I might even do a Raptors 905 watch along. Like, actually, I can't lie, I probably wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know. It would just be me and Rio. It would just be me and Rio in here if I ever did a G League watch along. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna go see that team play because Marquise Noel is box office. He's box office. Like, he's not good enough to be in the NBA, but whatever level he's good enough for, he's gonna put on a show on the basketball court. He's a real showman. What the hell's going on? Yo, my mic, bro, what is this? Google Chrome is tripping. I can't pull comments up anymore. No, it's my hold up. It's my trackpad as a whole. Okay, I fixed it. Oh, do I think the Raptors will make a trade in February? 1,000,000%. They have to. Actually, this is going to be a stream that comes up probably on Friday or Saturday. So there's no games on Friday or Saturday. So I'm going to do it just like a regular talking stream. But I'm going to talk about the Raptors salary cap situation. So teaser for people that are live with me right now or watching this on replay. So I'm going to do a stream where we look at the Raptors contracts and we look at what happens like when you start paying people and what the long-term impact is. And basically the end point of that is we won't be paying everybody. So somebody has to go. And if they're going to go by free agency, that's bad. So they have to go by trade and we have to get value back. So knowing that somebody has to go, the time for that is getting around to be like, it's soon. It's probably the trade deadline. So somebody's got to go. And I think the Raptors have been pretty stubborn about selling low because I think the situation that's been going on with our team and how our players have been playing and how it looks like the same way I can sit here and tell you that somebody's got to go. Of course, the other teams in the NBA know the same thing. So there's just too many factors coming together to make teams feel like they can get a good deal out of the Raptors. And that's very, very like not in Masai Ujiri's DNA. So I think we've been stubborn about playing up people's value and giving them opportunities to playing to improving their production and getting their value up, but we'll see if that pays out. We'll see if that proves to be the right move. What's this tournament they're doing tomorrow? So when you ask what's their tournament, are you asking that meaning like you actually don't know what's going on or what they're doing or why they're doing it? Because if so, I can explain top to bottom. But I don't want to sit here and just like blabber on if like you do kind of know what's going on and you're kind of just mean like, hey man, what are they doing, as if like to kind of shit on it. Oubre, more foul baiting, more foul baiting. Okay, so the NBA has a problem with their product outside of the playoffs not really resonating with fans because people kind of know it doesn't matter and players are resting and not taking it seriously. So the NBA is trying to figure out how they ease that issue, right? And part of it, what they did was, the rules about having to play a certain amount of games to be able to win awards. And that's surely a part of the solution, right? But the other part of it is that, like, straight up, these 82 games do not really matter like that. So Adam Silver, being somebody who has said with his own words many times that he takes a lot of inspiration from soccer in Europe and just like thinks that a lot of what they do is smart and a good way of just doing this whole sports business thing, is essentially taking a concept from soccer where in soccer they play multiple competitions at the same time. So they play in like a league for the main championship, but then there's separate tournaments that happen in the middle of like in the same season, you could say, where it's like, okay, but this tournament is for this trophy and this tournament's for this trophy, and then the league is for this trophy, right? He's borrowing from that to now basically create a second trophy that will be awarded through a tournament that happens in the middle of the year. And the whole idea is that like this is something that's going to sustain interest in the game probably throughout November because, in past seasons, the season starts and you're excited for basketball because basketball is back, right? Basketball is, something we've been missing and we're excited that it's back. But honestly, you watch your team play like 6-7 games and then the hype is dead. And from that point onwards, it's just about, is your team good or not? So like the hype for basketball dies down quickly. So now, this is kind of the thing, right? Have everybody's teams play 5, 6, 7 games, get the interest. Once that hype begins to die down, now it's a tournament that's supposed to keep people interested in what's going on. Isn't that copyright? It would be copyright if they took the exact name, but you can take the concept, which is even the concept, like they're not executing it the same way they do in soccer, but it's just the idea of multiple competitions at the same time, right? Because here's what they're going to do, Rio. Here's part of what they've done. First of all, right, they're playing it on different basketball courts, as in they've created new court designs for the tournament. They've created new jerseys for the tournament. And what that can then do is you can almost sell it like a separate product, right? So they could go the same way how every now and then you hear about the NBA has a TV deal with these TV companies, right? Cool. They can now go to these TV companies and say, we're selling the NBA and that tournament separately. Or like, yeah, the NBA and the tournament separately. So you can pay for the NBA, but we're going to go sell the tournament to somebody else, make even more money. And we can sell the rights to the sponsorship name for the trophy, like the tournament. Like it's called the midseason tournament right now, right? Next year, it might be called the State Farm midseason tournament. Some stupid shit like that, right? That's possible. They're going to start basically they're going to turn that into a cash cow if people like it. So it's a big experiment to see what they can do with a mid-season tournament. And I was talking actually to Nico about this during the last stream. I was wondering, I was like, the first tournament is going to be really big for how this goes. And what I mean by that is like, bro, let's say like the Warriors or the Lakers win the tournament. So like a serious big team with a big fan base with big players wins the tournament. I think that adds some validity to it and like it kind of stamps it as this is something that matters, right? But if the players just decide they don't care and this doesn't matter to them that much, and they kind of just like don't take it seriously, and a team like the Hornets or the Rockets or something wins, then it's dead. Then the tournament just dies. So the actual outcome of the first tournament, I think, is so interesting for that reason, because I think it will decide the fate for this concept going forward. I think TNT and wrestling are a fight for a TV spot, I'm hearing. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Not surprised. That's what happens. But yeah, as I was on that ramble, the Raptors cut the Sixers lead to 3. I think it's 60 to 57. Yes, it is 60 to 57. So Raptors on an 8-2 run in 2 minutes to start the. Oh, Dennis gets a steal, open dunk for Scotty. What did I say, people? 8-point run in 2 minutes. That's what. It's funny. That's exactly what I said. The deficit that we're at, this is just 1 2-minute run, and we've done that 2-minute run, and now it's basically a tied game. So now it's about who outscores the other team from here. And look, Philly might make their own run, but then we might make one back. Basketball is a game of runs, people. Oh no, Siakam tried to absolutely poster somebody. Was that Embiid? Couldn't get the dunk to go. But was that a foul? Maxey goes the other way and scores. Scotty goes the other way and scores as well. And this is an and one, I think. Yeah, this is an and one. Scotty will shoot a free throw to tie the game. Show me a replay of this Pascal dunk, man. Show me a replay of this Pascal dunk. Dunk attempt, because it wasn't a dunk. Dennis is shooting a technical free throw, and he misses it. That sucks. But no, why are you showing me Kelly Oubre is back? Like, I could see the dunk attempt. Okay, they're just not going to show Pascal's dunk attempt. That's ridiculous. That's actually ridiculous. It was a flop on Kelly. Oh. So that's what this sign is? Because I just saw the ref doing this over and over again, and I was like, I don't know what that call is for the life of me. Looks like an and one for somebody here. I checked my phone for a second. And one for Dennis. Oh no. Oh yeah, he passed to Pirtle. Wait, they called the foul on the Pirtle make? I didn't see the foul. I missed it, people. But yeah, 64-64. The game is tied. The Raptors came out and made a hell of a run to start this quarter. Ooh, Scotty he hung around. He got it. He kept Maxey in front of him for like 5 seconds. But Maxey just stayed with it and got open. That's tough. Man, like, it's such a big size disparity. Like, a guy like Scotty's going to have a hard time keeping up with a guy like Pirtle. But he did for a good few seconds. That's rough. Second defender there might have helped, but I don't know if you can commit multiple defenders to somebody aside from Embiid. Somebody should have swatted that shot attempt from Embiid. No practice shots. Technical foul on Siakam. The frustration is mounting. I can understand. He's got some bad calls. Also, they still have not shown his dunk attempt, which is crazy. Philly up 1 from the technical free throw. Maxey with OG on him now. That's like the third defender we've put on him to see what we can do. Embiid misses. They're going to give that to the Sixers, aren't they? Wow, they gave it to the Raptors. That's nice to see. Schroeder to Scotty. Scotty. Bad pass to Pirtle. Starts the fast break the other way. Fortunately, Kelly Oubre just can't get a hold of the ball. Embiid is going to try to bully his way to the basket. Of course, he gets a foul call. Dennis is commanding a huddle here. I wonder what he's telling the players. Did they call the foul on OG there? Because it is interesting to see who they call that a foul on. Camera's on Proto, so I figure it's him. Embiid shooting his second free throw, 66-64. Now it's 67-64. Sixers 3-point lead, 7:35 to go. Dennis, OG in the post. Tough make with Embiid at the basket. Tough make. Pat Bev is on the court? Okay, come on. We need to make a run now that Pat Bev is on the court. That's how a guy like Pat Bev should be treated. Wow, Pat Bev is about to get an assist. Wide open corner 3 for Tobias. He misses. Offensive rebound by Embiid. That's an offensive foul. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. It's ridiculous. Embiid thought he was Jokic there. For what it's worth, Oubre was so wide open, the pass didn't have to be good, but that pass was almost bad enough to take away the open look that Oubre had. Pascal, Scotty, open 3, above the break. Cannot make it. Maxey going the other way. Maxey in the open court, man. Scary sight. Scary sight. 71-66. Timeout, Toronto. 5-point deficit. The run to start the quarter was cool, and Embiid's bully ball is now why the lead is starting to go the other way a little bit, but I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand why it has to be this way, where, like, not playing basketball is incentivized and foul baiting is. It's really not necessary. It doesn't have to be like this. Like Joe, and that's the frustrating thing with Embiid too, is he's good enough to just play normally. He'd still be a very effective player if he didn't just do all this foul baiting. But like for him, he feels like it makes more sense for him to just constantly like get to the free throw line and flop by any means necessary at times, but also just like essentially put people in a position where he's pushing them off their spot. They're trying to match his physicality, right? And then when they try to match his physicality, he flops, right? It's like, yeah, I'm going to push you. And then when you go to push back, ooh, why'd you do that kind of a thing? It's just the most frustrating thing to watch. He's really doing nothing but getting to the free throw line. Like if they got, like, let's say they got a refereeing crew that favored the Raptors, right? he'd be having a terrible game, like an absolute stinker. He's not having the kind of a game you can persevere through bad refereeing. Frustration, man. Frustration. Well, we're at a commercial break. Shout out to everybody tapped in. Feel free to get your comments in the chat. Get any questions in there. Rough last little bit, man. I can't wait for the Embiidless minutes. I can't wait for him to check out the game. That'd be so much better. It'd be a lot more fun to watch that. I wonder how many fouls there are in this quarter. I wonder if Philly's close to the bonus. They're showing the dunk attempt. Oh, that's about as much of a foul as a foul gets. That's finally the angle I was looking at. Or like I was looking for. That is as much of a foul as a foul could get. He swatted his forearm at the rim, but obviously they don't see. As Rio says. Schroeder gets to the basket, can't get it to fall. Embiid loses handle, spins around, falls back, gets a jumper to fall. 7-point lead. Siakam, Gary Trent, Schroeder. Good pick and roll with OG. OG stumbles a little bit, I feel. Can't get a layup to fall. Rough possession there from a output standpoint, but I feel like OG rolling like that, it was good until he stumbled. Pascal, 2 defenders, finds OG in the corner. 2 defenders find OG. OG struggles. OG turns it over. Big boy Joel got free reign of the franchise now, bro. He's going to feast no smelly heart in a dark holding back. Philly be very tough to beat this year. Yeah, I don't know, man. I still don't think they have enough around him. And I don't think he does enough on his own. Like, he has no track record of actually getting it done come playoff time. Either he gets hurt or he just doesn't get the job done. So I don't know, man. I don't think he has enough help. I think he needs a lot more help than he actually has. Yeah, man. You know how this goes, Rio. You know how this goes. Gary Trent effectively does nothing. Siakam finds OG in the corner-ish, hits a 3. Lead cut to 4, 4:20 to go in the third. I feel like Embiid's played the whole third, so I wonder when he's going to sub out. Jakob gave him a lot of space to shoot there. Fortunately, he missed. Siakam. Tobias on him. Gets the shot up before Embiid can contest it at the basket. That's actually a great job of Pascal there, not putting himself in position to take a charge, getting the shot up and over Embiid early. Tobias backing down Siakam, makes the shot. 77-73. Is there a tech called on somebody? It looks like a foul is called on Maxey. That's Nurse for you, little tires his players. Yep, that's what happens. Technical foul on Maxey. Getting a tech up 4 is hilarious. Getting a tech when you've been leading for like 2 quarters. Another miss from Dennis, man. 2 missed technical free throws. This could be a 2-point game right now. You gotta have that. That's actually such a funny technical for Maxi. He didn't. That's crazy. If I was a Sixers fan, I'd be really mad about that. I'd be really mad about that. Ball. Wow. Is this going to be a jump ball? Pirtle's not going to win that. Yeah, no, it's just funny. It's just funny that like that is a foul. But yeah, no, I know what he did. You can't touch the ball after a make. How do we just not get the ball there? Like Jakob. Crazy. Yo, what's wrong with Trent? The answer might just be the guy's not that good. Or like particularly good at all. That just might be the answer. There might be nothing wrong with him at all. Philly turns it over. Whoever that help defender was that swiped at the ball when Embiid dribbled past Pirtle, great job by that player. Shocked that they didn't call a foul on whoever that was, but great job by that player. Pat Bev is pressing Malachi Flynn full court. Okay, he let him get the ball. Why are you that high up the court? It's Malachi Flynn. He's picking up Malachi Flynn at half court. That's why he did it, because he got the ball from him and just went and got a basket. Damn, Malachi Flynn, nah. You got to go home after that. You got to go home after that. Everything Pat Bev said, and you just let yourself get stripped like that. Ball gets swung to Grady. Steps into a mid-range. Not even a mid-range. He stepped into like a floater damn near. Couldn't get it to fall. Shot not falling for Grady. But that's a good look. He made a good decision in that moment. And one for Kelly Oubre getting to the basket. Pirtle being out the court, off the court. When Pirtle's off the court, our rim protection looks real stinky. Like if it's not Scotty getting blocks. And unfortunately, it was Pascal underneath the rim there, and he did a pretty poor job. So Philly restores their 9-point lead, assuming Oubre makes this shot. Well, he did miss, but Pat Bev contested for a rebound on his own amongst 4 people and contested it enough for Raptors players to not be able to catch it, and they tipped it out of bounds. So, like, at the end of the day, at this point, honestly, he's looking kind of right, because nobody's matching just the sheer like aggression he's bringing to the court right now. Joel hits the side of the backboard, faded a little bit too far to the baseline there. Gary Trent. So Gary Trent, the way he gathered, Embiid just came flying down to the rim. Embiid was like, this guy is going up, and I am blocking this. If he's not tired, it's because it's early in the year. But, I mean, Nick Nurse keeps this up, and he'll be cooked by the end of the year. Oubre, open 3. It's too open. It's too open. I understand that defenses can be disorganized in transition, but that was too open. Scotty was the closest defender. Damn. Looks like Pat Bev is complaining, so they must have called him for a foul. He pushed Malachi Flynn. Oh, they called him. He had called the tech on him. That's hilarious. What is he doing? Why do? What about Malachi Flynn makes you feel like you're achieving something by doing this? Like, why Malachi Flynn? 10-point game, 123 to go. Almost a 5-second violation, it felt like, but Scotty gets the ball, being guarded by Embiid. Scotty sets the screen. Gary Trent, wide open three, gets it to fall. We needed that. We needed that. Oubre takes an open three. Boucher was just standing there in front of him, gave him the space, didn't expect him to take the shot. He took it. He took the space that Boucher gave him, and he made the shot. Scotty, I think, saw Boucher cutting off the ball a little bit too late there. It would have been there had he wanted to make that pass. Gary, 5 seconds to go on the shot clock, gets called with a travel. Or gets called for a travel. Embiid pull up three, misses. 28 seconds to go. That was realistically a 2-for-1 shot. So the Raptors will get their final shot of the second. Scotty's got the ball, dribbling a bit of the clock out, calling the shots, calls for a screen from Grady, gets the look they want. It results in an open Malachi corner three. Chris Boucher gets the rebound but doesn't see the defender coming from behind him, who gets the swipe. It's Korkmaz. Korkmaz gets an up and under and one to go. It's a lazy shot contest from Scotty because like he just went up. You got to clean that play. Like you have to wipe that player out. You 100% got to wipe that player out. They can't. You can't let them shoot. Like he got actually. I'm seeing a replay there. He kind of got caught in two minds. He wanted to swipe for the ball. Then he got to the top and he thought I should stop, but it was too late. So that's a really big mess up there. That's a really big mess up. Boucher just has some like it happens with Boucher where he just doesn't understand what's going on. You know, gets the rebound, holding the ball out like this. Korkmaz swipes it. Korkmaz goes the other way, gets an and one. We can't be having Korkmaz hoop on us like this. Korkmaz has like 10 points now. No, he's a guy like Furkan Korkmaz should not have 10 points against your team. But yeah, 13-point game at the end of the third. It's looking rough. Raptors had such a good start to the third, but they just couldn't sustain it. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't know. The thing is, Embiid played the whole third, which is actually such a statement by Philly in terms of like prioritizing how much they needed that third. But it kind of paid off because they have their biggest lead of the game because of it. Now, he's probably gonna have to sit for like at least 6 minutes to start the fourth. But I mean, I don't think we'll actually take advantage of that. I don't think we will. So that's tough. That sucks. But if anything, well played by Nick Nurse. Kind of seeing the momentum building for Philly. and just riding it out with his best players in that quarter. If you're a Raptors fan, you gotta hope. You gotta hope that these Embiidless minutes to start the third, somebody goes on a run. But again, like who's it gonna be? Because I think Scotty got a bit of a rest. I think Pascal's gotten a bit of a rest, but not enough for them to either of them to play a complete fourth quarter. So we're gonna be resting guys while Embiid's resting. Nurse don't care. He's gonna play him out, dude. If Embiid plays the whole fourth quarter out, that's crazy. Yeah, so it's showing here that the Sixers finished the third on a 15-4 run, man. What did I say, people? It's a game of runs. Basketball is about extended periods of even play with the occasional runs in the middle, and it's the runs that, for the most part, dictate games. We started the third on a run. Philly ended the third on a bigger run. That's why we're down. So now I'm looking at the Raptors, like where is our next run going to come from and how is it going to happen? Do I think we'll make a run at the end of the game when Embiid is back in the game? I don't know how great I feel about it. If we're going to make a run, I think it happens in the Embiidless minutes. I think they called a tech on Chris Boucher. Yeah, Maxey shooting a technical free throw. Sixers start the fourth. Rio, I was saying this at the end of yesterday's watch along. Like, it's kind of crazy how we played the Sixers on the second night of a back to back twice in the first week of the year. It's a little bit much. Like, I don't understand why that was necessary. Not even on like, oh, one time the second night, one time the first night. No, generally, the second night of a back to back this early in the year. Yeah, I hate it here. This is whack. This is whack. 16-point game. Malachi Flynn is on the court when I need us to do something. Joel Embiid is off the court, as I expected, but it starts with a turnover. It starts with OG turning it over because that's just what he does. It's a setup. Like you said, I think it was you in the comments said it's a setup. Korkmaz gets a floater. How many points does Korkmaz have? How many points is this now? Korkmaz has 12 now. You know how terrible that is for Korkmaz to have 12 on your team? Dude, it sucks. But also, you know what the upside of this is? Now we know that the issue isn't you. The issue is definitely not you. You can definitely be on the streams. You're good. What went wrong in the game? Nobody actually really got it going except for Scotty at the beginning of the game. But honestly, we played decent enough to where like everybody had their own contributions to where like we didn't need somebody to carry us. But then the other thing that went wrong is that Embiid got to the free throw line with the impunity. I think he had 15 in the first half, 9 from the free throw line. He just kept getting like whenever the Raptors would make a run or kind of get something going, Embiid just gets to the free throw line. Whenever it's time for Philly to get some separation, Embiid did the free throw line. Like he just kept getting it done. And a lot of the calls were stupid. Some of them were, of course, like some of them were fair. And like a lot of the baskets he scored, like he's a good player, so of course, like like the baskets he scored, like good for him. But a lot of the bullshit free throws, man, not necessary. Not necessary at all. Malachi hitting a corner three in front of the Raptors bench. Yeah, ref ball, classic Philly, classic Philly. They're saying Pat Bev stepped out of bounds. He deserves that. Scotty passes it to Malachi. Malachi gets Pat Bev in the air. Open shot for OG from the corner. Air ball. Stinker from OG today. Stinker from OG. There was like a 4 minute span where I thought he looked good and I was kind of happy with him and like I was praising it, but like outside of that little stretch, bro, it's been ugly. It's been ugly. Missed step back from Maxi. Springs a transition look. Boucher inches away from getting an and one. Can't get the shot to fall, so he'll take 2 free throws. Oh, also, Nico, you missed this, but actually, no, you were there for when they called the hit Embiid with the travel, but they hit Maxi with the travel. They also hit Pirtle with the travel. So they've been calling travels today. This is the most travels I've seen in a game. It's like all of a sudden they figured out the rules of basketball. Boucher makes the first free throw. Pascal checks back in. Oh yeah, there have been a ton of technical fouls in this game. The referees have been like very on it. Yeah, bro, do your thing, man. Whenever, again, it's an open door policy. In it, like drop by whenever you want, whenever you can, you know. And one for Tobias, just like spinning around, being patient, getting Pascal to jump. Again, minimal contact, but at the end of the day, like that's how the refs are calling it for Philly. Minimal contact gets you to the free throw line. Versus when Pascal was trying to dunk on Embiid and Embiid swatted at his wrist. Oh, also, Nico, you need to go find that. Pascal tried to poster Embiid and Embiid had to hit his wrist. Of course, they didn't call anything because they don't see those kind of things. It doesn't compute. Uh, 16-point game, 9 to go. Dennis, pump fake, open 3 for Siakam. Misses. Pirtle tips it back out. Gary Trent with Pat Bev on him. Gary Trent passes it to Pascal. Pascal Euros Maxi, but Maxi actually recovers really well to get the steal. Scotty tries to swat it the other way, can't get his hands on it. A missed Maxi layup ends up going off a Raptor out of bounds, so Philly gets the ball, which is kind of like it's just tough luck there, man. We tried our best. Gary Trent. Gary Trent misses a 3. Paul Reed gets Gary Trent in the low post, and Trent has to foul him. It's actually getting to a point where I'm like, literally, what does Gary Trent bring to a basketball court if it's not shot making? Like, what does he bring at all? Because, like, that first year where he was getting a lot of steals, that stopped. Like, that dramatically stopped, and it hasn't been back. But that used to be the case. Like, you're getting shot making and steals. At this point, what is Gary Trent bringing to the basketball court? Like, that's the free agency loss. When I look at that, I'm like, yeah, that guy can just, if he leaves, that can be replaced with a mid-level exception. That can be replaced with that kind of money. If Pascal or OG leaves, we can't replace that with a mid-level exception. We're in a bad place. But yeah, this has gotten to be not fun at all. Not fun at all. It is a 16-point game in favor of Philadelphia for a little under 8 minutes to go. Can't wait to be done with this game. Um, I expected I expected it to be rough in terms of the fact that we were on the second night of a back to back. So it's not necessarily the result that I'm frustrated with, but the kind of game it's been kind of dreadful to watch. Because like it's not that we're outright playing terrible. We're playing okay. And it's just like if we were playing a little bit better, could we still be in this game? And from Philly's standpoint, I don't even think they're having like a particularly great game. So I think they're playing up to a level where like they're gettable. We should be able to beat this version of Philly that's on the court right now. But we're down 16. And then as to how that happens, right? How did they get that lead while not playing that great of a game? Is because of the referees, right? So it's just a rough combination of factors to have watched this game, but it is what it is. I know what I signed up for with this Raptors team. It can get like that. Ultimately, like what I say is like watching a Raptors game on your own and it sucking is one thing, but at least watching it with other people is a little bit better. You know, it's a communal experience. We're all gonna go through the bullshit together as a family, and when things are good and this team is good, it's going to be a lot of fun. Sometimes I think about it, I was like, what if these kind of things were happening during like the Lowry and DeRozan era? Of course, there would have been like some tough moments and playoff losses, but like with just how many games we won and how fun the regular seasons used to be, and then eventually, of course, how fun the championship was. Like, imagine doing this kind of shit. Yeah, imagine doing this kind of shit like when your team's actually good. It'd be so much fun. And like that's actually how I look at it. Like the Raptors are probably in for a few tough years, but if I can stack and just like keep stacking and just get this channel to be at a certain point to where when the Raptors are good, like this is actually a thing, that'd be so sick. That'd be so much fun. And it'd be such a cool opportunity. But in the meantime, we got to endure this bullshit. But you know, you take the ups and the downs. The gig is the gig. We beating Victor's son. Who's we're talking about Victor on Sunday. Yeah. That's the thing, right? Obviously Victor is like a like you think about him as a player and you're like that's crazy. How are we going to beat that kind of player? But if you actually look at how he's been doing, he's averaging like what is he averaging like 15 points or something? Like we're beating the Spurs on Sunday. Checking back into the stream, Nico.
Oof, I'm back. Had some difficulties.
I can't believe you're back, bro. If I was you, I would not want to continue to watch through this bullshit. But I appreciate that you're back.
Hey, bro, I really didn't watch like the second or third or now the start of the fourth quarter because I was fixing my PC, man. It was stressful.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah. But I'm back. I was checking the stat sheet and Scotty is something else. Also, I checked Twitter and I'm seeing a lot of Scotty propaganda from big accounts, so that's good to see. Aside from that, this game looks like it's been bullshit.
It's been really bad, bro. It's been really bad. We might somehow cut this lead to 10. We just did that. 6:30 to go. It's a 10-point game.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, at least we're not going out like hoes, but like
absolutely. Hey, I mean, Matt always says you cut the lead down to 10, and then it's 5, then it's 0. So hey.
But also, like I said this at halftime. Like a 10-point deficit is basically a 2-minute run. So now you look at how much time you have left. I'm like, do you have time for a 2-minute run? 6:30 to go. There's time for a 2-minute run. Yo, they hit us with a delay of game now.
Oh my god!
Like. That's crazy. That must be a point of emphasis.
Absolutely.
Because that's true now. Maxi got hit with the same thing. Maxi and Pascal now, we've traded technical free throws off delay of games.
That's a weird call, though. I'm not going to lie.
I know. No, I know that call's been around for a while, but they just don't call it. I've never seen two in the same game.
Yeah, it's kind of odd.
It's very odd.
All right, so we got a full lineup now. Now it's time to really
Oh,
bust the balls.
gee. Wow, that's so unlucky. But fortunately, Embiid missed. But wow, what a possession from OG defensively, man.
Great. Oh my God. Yes, I saw what you said. Yeah. Great D,
Yo,
man, to be honest.
bro, the fact that he got the rebound back, I'm like, this is such Raptors luck, man.
Yeah.
To have that good of a possession and no luck based on how the ball bounces,
Yeah. Big free throws here for Scotty.
for sure. For sure.
Man, get that all defense not OG. He's been playing sick defense, to be honest.
Absolutely, man. He
Okay.
put Ant in Guantanamo night one.
Yeah.
Um, Dame and Giannis played his ass off defensively, and like, hey, he got a block on Embiid. That's a
He's putting
crazy
in the work.
sequence.
Yeah.
That's a crazy sequence.
He's doing
Oh
great.
man. Oh man. Oh man. Yo, it's tough with Gary Trent right now.
Bro, that's what I've been seeing. He's not good right now.
It's been tough with Gary Trent.
Yeah,
That's
I
the thing.
don't know.
You see his shoes, right?
Yeah,
You're supposed to drop a cold performance with those shoes on, man.
that is true. What are those? What are those?
I don't even know what the shoes are, just
They're
the color
tough
of
though.
pink it is. That's what I'm saying. It's a fire, like, just look to a shoe, and he's just doing nothing in them.
What's going on with Gary Trent? Like, is he sleeping well? Is he jet lagged? Like, what's going on? Because
Does he not want to be here? I don't know what it is, because that's the thing, right? The whole not want to be here thing, there's no excuse this year, right? Because last year it could be like, oh, him and Nick Nurse have beef, or oh, he doesn't want to be here anymore. That's not the thing anymore, because one, you opted into your contract. Two, the coach is different, so there's no excuses anymore. That's why, like, it feels a lot different this year, because last year I felt like, okay, change of scenery maybe, but
yeah,
the scenery has changed, and you opted in to be here, and you're still playing the same. So now I'm looking at it like you might just not be that good.
hey, look, if anything, that means we can get him at a discount. A win is a win.
So there's that, right? Which is facts. And then also, like, I was looking at it, I was like, well, if we lose him in free agency, we can replace what he's doing right now with a mid-level exception easily.
Depends, man. Because if we talk MLE, bro, we have not had good MLE moves.
Oh, no, that part's true. That part's true. If you look at what we've done, nah, it's tough.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean,
But as for what an MLE should get you, it's possible. But yeah, for what we do,
absolutely.
we're probably gonna get nothing. You know what's funny? You say that, right? Because I saw a Reddit post saying, "Is Dennis Schroeder already our best free agent signing ever?"
Hey, I saw that post too, and that's not ridiculous to say that. I'm
It's
not
not
gonna.
ridiculous at all. It's not ridiculous at
He's
all.
better than Hito. He's better than Hito. He's better than Otto. He's better than DeMar Carroll's bum ass. I think.
100%. Get that scrub out of here, Junkyard Dog 2.0. He just completely disrespected that nickname.
I think Dennis Schroeder might actually just be our best signing of all time.
Best free agent signing of all time, man. Number 17 right
That's
now
kind
from
of
Germany.
embarrassing, but hey, I'll take it. Oh man. Also, this is a very, very long shot. It's probably never gonna happen. But a player I wish was on the Raptors right now is Sir Keegan Murray. And
Oh yeah, you talked about him yesterday.
I would kill to have Keegan Murray on my squad.
Yeah, Keegan Murray. Basically, it's funny. Like, he was like the next. After the draft after Scotty. He was that draft Scotty.
Mm-hmm.
The
Very
people were like,
underrated.
"Why did he get picked there?" And then, like, people learned pretty quickly why he got picked there.
Such a good shooter too, man. Like he can get to his spot like crazy. What's going on with Pascal too? Like, how's he been playing today? How hot? It's not looking hot.
It's worse than yesterday for sure.
That doesn't.
It's worse than yesterday. Like, it feels like he's not feels like he is very frustrated. He's trying to get it going. The thing is like, oh wow, that was bad. Like, you know, so here's the thing, right? Like, when a player gets used to, like, let's say getting up like 23, 24 shots a game, right? Not personalizing this to Pascal just generally, right?
Yeah, that was
You
bad.
kind of you kind of get used to like I might start out feeling it, I might not, but I can shoot myself into feeling it.
Exactly. Yeah, volume shooting.
Yeah, like I'm gonna get enough opportunities to build a feel and a rhythm and a confidence, and that's just gonna happen, right? It's tough to go back and now be a player to where if you're not feeling it at the beginning of the game, it's over for you. It's
Yeah, I
over
agree.
for you. Like you can't now get up to shooting that many shots. You have to now start impacting the game in different ways. You have to concede shots to other players. It's just a completely different game to play mentally. And
Yeah.
I think that's going to take some adjusting to. And I think in the process it's tough for him because like this is the thing, right? Everybody talked last year about Fred VanVleet in a contract year, right? The reality is like contract years are important for players, right? Pascal was a player that bet on himself to maybe get a supermax, right? When you make those kind of bets on yourself and they cash like this, it can be frustrating. So I just think that like he's at a point where like he's probably not happy with anything that's going on in terms of like he's probably not like happy with his own play. He's probably not happy with necessarily what his contract year is looking like given his role on the team. And he's probably not thrilled about the fact that the Raptors aren't offering him an extension so that they can talk trades with him, right? Like I'm just sure that as a whole, like not in a great place about what's going on.
Yeah, that's true. So it's definitely a cohort of factors, as you say. Like,
That's what I think. That's what I think.
no, it's a good point of view, and as you said, like I don't know if this was the first game of the season, but like he's been here before, where he has to figure out the new system. So
He always
yeah,
fails
like
first. That's just what was my
exactly,
thing. Like
that
he
is very
always
true.
fails first. Yeah.
It's kind of like the Norman Powell trend, always, where he started out like ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
so maybe like I mean a player like that. I don't think like I feel like everyone still highly regards him. He's probably really good in practice, so I think it's just a matter of time, as you say. I mean, like it's a guy that's been all NBA, all star. There's no reason for him not to get back to it. Like he's still at that level. It's just systems. Systems can definitely do change how a player's
100%.
outlook on the court is.
100%. Yeah.
So yeah, it is a very fair point to make for sure. That's why
Yeah.
I'm not I haven't been hating on him because I know what type of player he is. He's also very smart. Like he hasn't made that much boneheaded moves except that dumbass three he took right now. But like he's a smart player and like maybe not the most vocal leader, but he kind of gels the group together sometimes. So even then, he's definitely doing more good than bad.
I just look at it, right? I think he was for a while such a well-suited player as like a second, third option on a contender, right?
Yeah,
But then we forced him to be our number one because we just had to. And like he's grown so far away from the role that suits him the best. He's in a weird place in his career. Cause like
yeah,
the role he has right now is the role he would have on a contender. And the role he has right now, I think he would have been cold at like a few years ago. But
that's true.
he's been forced to change. So he's at a weird place in his career, man. Cause like I don't know.
Yeah, I also think maybe the media had took a part to play in this, but like force him into leadership role. Like he's never been such a vocally strong guy. Like
So
I feel
that's
like
another
that's
part
that's
of
a
it.
different dynamic to it.
That's another part of it too, because like his personality lends to that kind of a role as well, being a complementary piece to like maybe a superstar that has the bigger role, right? Um, yeah, my like I said, I brought this up at some point, right? Like you have to now like have a very honest conversation about like what makes the most sense to do with Pascal if he's going to have this diminished role, because is he going to thrive in this role enough to repair his value to its peak? Probably not.
Very true.
But then basically in a smaller role, what is his value going to be? And just like you have to think about all these things, like if we have him playing like this for a whole year at the trade deadline as a guy on an expiring deal, he's probably not worth a whole hell of a lot.
Yeah, you all right.
It's tough.
It is a tough situation. Like we're kind of in an identity crisis state. This team is
That's
going through puberty right now.
it's exactly right. 100%. 100%.
Like,
But guess why that's happening? Because the timeline is with Scotty, who was effectively a player growing up.
that is very true. But also, we've shown flashes. Yesterday was crazy. So I'm not gonna hold out on losing hope just yet, because like after our losses, I take time to reflect. And to be honest, there's teams that they're doing really bad right now.
Well, you also still have to like look at this and realize that like the foul baiting is a big part of the reason you're where you're at in this game. Like
Absolutely. Like you're
this
playing against
game,
Joel Embiid.
100%, man. This game, like this, there's a solid 10 points that Philly has in this game just because of
Mhm.
stupidity.
Look, let me get the stat sheets real quick here.
Oh, yo, let me know real quick.
Joel Embiid has made 12 free throws in this game. All right. Like it's kind of ridiculous, the free throw disparity. Like at the half, he had 9 free throws, and the whole of the Raptors had 9 free throws.
Yeah.
Like it's right there in your face, and it's been like that for multiple seasons. Like Joel Embiid gets at least 40% of his points through free throws. It's very
Yeah.
blatant.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, yeah. What's the disparity in free throw attempts for the two teams?
Let me pull that out right now for you. Let me pull out the box score. So between the teams, let's see. The Sixers have shot 25 free throws. We've shot 17.
Oh, okay. Because you know what it was, right? Uh, at the end of the first, we were down 4. The gap was 4, right? And at
Mm.
halftime, we were down 9, and the gap was like 7. So it's like the gap had represented the
Yeah, the free
disparity in
throw disparity,
points.
definitely.
Yeah, so like it's a bit tilted now because the game just like the game got blown wide open, right?
Yeah,
There was a
it's not
while
done
where
now.
I felt like that was the gap, but then Philly did start out playing us because we started like just messing up.
Yeah.
But
Also, yeah, it's just it's that, to be honest, because we're kind of par in a lot of stats. It's mostly that
it's
because
been that way. It's
we're
been that way.
shooting
Hey,
the exact same field goal percentage.
yeah, bro, all natural. He did not get your 40 though. He did not get your 40. All
Absolutely
natural
not
was in the
here, not
chat
here.
saying Embiid was getting 40. He did not get 40, my guy.
Uh-uh. Good
He's
win,
from
76
Cameroon.
rebounds.
He's a monster. Respect that boy. Blowout today. Hey man,
Look,
fake ass blowout, man.
look. Joel Embiid is a really good player, but I do feel like he has the best whistle in the NBA, and I don't think
By
anybody can
far,
deny that.
head and shoulders.
Look, it's just stuff that happens, Raptors just gave up. Look at his lineup.
Yo, when I saw Garrett Temple on the court, I was like, I don't even have to talk about that game.
But yeah, look, we shot damn near the same three. We made the same amount of threes, right? We almost made the same amount of shots. They only made 4 more field goals than us. All right. They did attempt more. They attempted 88 field goals. We only
I
attempted
think
76.
I think they rocked us on the boards. What does the rebounding stats look like?
The rebounds, all right. So they have 42 rebounds. We have 40. They have 13
Okay, then they
offensive
did.
rebounds. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Like it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They did crash a little more on the offensive glass, but if we look at the evenness of the teams, it is a pretty even thing all across the board. Where the change really comes
Yo,
up is
why
is
is
the free
Joel
throw.
Embiid playing against this lineup right now? There's 117 to go. They're up
I think
17. We
I think they
have
didn't
Garrett.
expect for us to lie down this soon.
We have Garrett Temple in the game.
Garrett Temple, man.
Yo, I love this shamelessness and this perspective. Can't believe we threw away Gabe. Facts. Mo G would have saved us in this game.
Yo, that's not
This is the
that's not
shamelessness.
ridiculous.
Yo, Mo G would have clamped
Also,
Embiid. 100%.
I think it's time to play Gary Trent a lot less.
Big facts. Big facts.
Man, like I hate to say this because I love Gary, but you're not shooting good.
Yep.
I mean, turnovers are there. I don't know, man. Gary needs to tighten up his game. Thad Young minutes too. Have we played Thad Young in like our regular rotation? I don't think he's made it.
I think these are his first minutes of the year,
I can
potentially his
see.
only minutes for the year.
Hey,
His rickety ass.
man, rickety. Who said he was rickety? I forgot.
It was Kenyon in the chat was like, man,
Oh
he's
man.
rickety. That was mad funny.
Also, Scotty 24, 8 and 8, 68% true shooting percentage. He's an absolute monster.
Damn, bro. Think about how close we were to another Scotty triple
Another
double
Scotty
L, man.
triple double, man.
In a loss, the one we can't really celebrate properly.
Exactly. I need a triple double in a win, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
100%. Yo, first triple double in a win at home. They
It's
need
gonna
to
be
drop.
crazy.
They need to drop confetti. I don't care.
For real. Give him another award. Make it up. I don't know.
Facts. Facts.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's time for the Raptors to start trying some different. You know what? I think if I'm Coach Darko, I'd give Gary like 2 or 3 more games to
So
figure
I
it out.
agree, right? I agree with the fact that he does deserve a bit more run, like in terms of like games. But I'm thinking, right? If you do get to a point where you feel like you have to play him less, I think what should happen is I think just give his minutes to Grady because at least you know those minutes are going to benefit the player. Like,
Man,
sure, it might not benefit the team, but
nope.
I think it'll benefit the player a lot.
Yeah, that's very true. But man, it just hurts to see him, be very. I don't, he looks kind of packed.
Yo,
I don't know.
Garrett Temple buckets. Garrett Temple buckets.
Their tempo made a bucket.
Yes, that's two. That's 2 games in a row. I thought his free throws in the last game would be his only buckets in a Raptors uniform ever.
Man, I'm telling you, he got that Udonis Haslam role. I don't even know why we signed him, to be honest.
100%.
We
hundred
could have kept
percent.
Gay. Also, talking about Gay, he just got sent to like the Atlanta Skyhawks G League system.
Moji.
Yeah,
Uh
and Kobe Buffkin too. Damn,
oh
that's
no, yo,
tough.
that's a different Moji. There's two.
Oh,
Atlanta
there's two.
Atlanta
Oh,
has one and we have one. So one is
oh,
Muhammad
I
and one
thought.
is Muhammadu. Cause that one's Muhammad, right?
Oh, that's Moha.
Yeah,
For the longest.
ours is Muhammadu, bro. It's hilarious. There's two rookie emojis at the same time.
Yo, for the longest time, I thought like we dropped Moji.
No. He's on the 905, man. He's on the
Right.
905. He's with us. I'm
Okay.
quite sure. But
Also,
not. Yeah, go ahead.
bring back Coloco, man.
Oh, 100% for multiple reasons. For the
Yeah,
team, for the sake of your cards, for the sake of this
absolutely.
channel. Because that was the funniest moment, I think, thus far on the channel. For many reasons, man. Bring back Coloco.
Yo, like, what we got to do to get him on the floor? Because he would actually be a good impact just because of his shot blocking ability.
I agree. Also, I think the thing is like he needs the minutes to develop. Like
He needs
he
those
needs
reps.
because he could become a bit better player than just like a lob finisher and a
Exactly.
rim
Like,
protector. But
he
he
has
needs
the
the
physical
minutes for
tools.
that shit to happen.
Yeah. I feel like he has the tools to be one of like let's say a Kungwu Capella type, one of like a
Yeah.
stereotypical
Yeah.
above average to, highly serviceable center.
Right. Yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't know. I feel
But
like
bro, like it's
gotta get him
halted
on.
because he's basically missed. He will have missed like when did he play last for the Raptors in the NBA? Like what, March maybe?
Maybe yeah, he's gonna miss
Yo,
like
we're approaching 6 months of real time, bro. If he doesn't
a
come back
lot.
till January, that's like 9 months of real time.
That's a lot of time. Like that's not a healthy amount to not be playing, your regular professional basketball. Because you can practice all you want, but like you gotta get those in game reps because you gotta play against guys actually out there with killer instinct. Because I feel like in practice, guys don't play with that killer instinct.
There's a very big difference in just like sports when there's consequence and when there's not. Because at the end of the day, in practice, there's no consequence. If you play like shit, it really doesn't actually matter, right? You play like shit
Right.
in a regular season game that has impacted your team in a major way. So like it's just
Word.
different. So yeah, like it's just bro, it's bad. It's really bad. Imagine if he was able to develop some chemistry as like I don't know, a pick and roll player for Malachi. Maybe Malachi would look a little bit better.
Yo, we would have the next Trey and Clint Capella
Big facts. Big
off the bench.
facts.
Maybe that's what he's missing. Who knows?
Maybe he's missing his partner in crime, man. It would be like James Harden and Clint Capella.
I got a little theory.
What's that?
Coloco's active in practice, and he makes Malachi look good. That's why Darko's playing his ass in games, because he thinks he can do that with, I don't know, McDaniels or something. So I don't know.
Why not, man? Why not? Because they did say that about Malachi, that he was a heavy pick and roll player in college, like heavy, and he got drafted to a team that just decided, you know what? Forget the center as a concept. Forget the center. We're playing with no center. And then we basically ruined the guy's career, right?
Malachi's personal hell is the Raptors.
Exactly. But now we're back. Maybe, maybe we can help him out with. Oh, and then we decide to be different, and then Coloco gets a respiratory illness.
True. His one saving grace. Hey, but whole season left. Maybe I hope he comes back in like a month's time at least. I think he's had time to rest. But look, the team has hope. Okay, I feel like the team has hope. We're selling some kinks, but if you take a look at the standings right now, it'd be worse.
But at the end of the day, right? It's early enough in the year where like you're 2-4, you're what, like 3 games off the 1 seed. Like the standings aren't that big of a deal, but it's just like what you see on the court is like regardless.
It's true. It's
a rough
product right now.
It's a rough product, but also like what you see when I say like what you see on the court is also like you've played 3 very good teams like in the first 6 games in Philly, Milwaukee. You played Philly both times on the second night of a back-to-back, Milwaukee the first night of a back-to-back, right? You played 3 really tough games all in a back-to-back context. And of course, the other 3 games against weak opponents look bad in their own way, but like there's still an opportunity to get a better gauge for what's going on like in other games. But that being said, like I've just seen so much of this team, man. I've seen so much of this team.
They've shown some colors.
They've shown a lot of colors, man.
Oh, also, mind you, the 76er had 3 or 4 days of rest before this game.
Yeah, I was seeing we're 2-3 and they're 2-1. I was like, so hold on, we played 2 more games than this team?
They've had a vacation before this game.
That's disgusting. That's truly some nasty stuff, man. I can't believe it.
Adam Silver, you are a terrorist, sir.
100%.
But look, right now we should be around. We're 12th right now, but at least we're not the Heat.
At least we're not. At least we're not the Heat. Is hella funny.
Yo, imagine like championship. This team is going for the championship. They're 1-4. They're last. So hey,
imagine having a team full of veterans and you're 1-4.
That's tough. That's very tough.
Wait, who did they lose against? Brooklyn, Milwaukee, Minnesota, Boston. Bro, imagine not being able to beat Minnesota, man. What the hell?
I
could never. Bro.
Imagine not being able to beat the Bucks.
Facts.
Damn, bro. Yo, you know what? I forgot what season this was. Maybe it was 2021, where we just beat like the good teams and like we lost against the bad teams. It was a very bizarre season.
Yeah. I think it was that season.
Yeah, we got swept by the Pistons. Oh man.
Yeah, because getting swept by the Pistons didn't happen till like basically post Kawhi. Even when Kawhi was there, bullshit would happen. I remember when Stanley Johnson got him to turn it over at the end of a game. But it was post Kawhi where the nonsense happened.
Yeah. No, because we had Scotty. So
yeah. Oh, then it was his rookie year.
It was Scotty rookie. It wasn't
last year. Last year we were just like ass.
Last year we were we sucked.
We sucked last year in general. Yeah, it was 2021.
Yeah, but look, we can be really good, but we also but we can be really bad. It's just like our whole team. We have the best or the second best defensive rating.
I know you've seen the video. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes
maybe shit. Like we're mid. We're mid right now, man. We're mid. Like
yeah, for sure. We're actually just like very much a textbook definition of mid.
But The highs are so high, man. That's the problem. This team
Nah,
is
but it's like
toxic.
it's just a team has fun, likable young players. That's what it is. Like
Absolutely. Yeah.
Scotty is fun, Grady is fun. In its own way, Koloko is fun. Like those are still like things that you could look at and be encouraged about. But like,
Yeah. But man,
yeah, no,
I
the
like
rest of it
winning,
is
man.
bad.
It's not good. Because look, if Gary Trent was his usual self and Siakam was his usual self as well within the system, this
Yeah.
is a killer team. Let's be real. Um,
If you got the absolute career peak of everybody on this team, you'd have a good squad. But that's just the unfortunate reality. Is
that
like
is,
I
yeah.
don't know if it's possible. But that is real. That is a true thing.
Like it has the potential to be really good. The thing is, there's just they fall flat on the execution level of it, which is
Yeah,
very sad to see. But
1,000,000%.
70 something games to go. It's gonna be a long season.
Bro, tell me about it. And on that note, we're gonna tap out people. Next watch along will be Sunday when we play Wemby.
Ooh.
So that'll be fun. I think at some time before then, either Friday or Saturday. I still don't know yet when I'm free. We will, um, well, I will at least at the very minimum be doing a stream about like the salary cap and like our situation going forward. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And that's kind of just what the motion is going to be on this channel. Watch alongs, content specific game specific content, and then just generally Raptors more general content. So as the storylines of the year pick up, you're going to see more and more like Raptors general contents. But yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. A lot more content coming. Shout out to everybody watching this live right now. Shout out to everybody that might be watching this after the fact on replay. Both kinds of viewers are appreciated. You guys also both have the opportunity to support what's going on. So make sure if you like what we're doing, you want to support the channel, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Those are the two ways that YouTube, really decides which channels deserve to get boosted to, get that boost in the algorithm. So that's just like that's what it is. YouTube's algorithm cannot decipher dope content from trash content. It needs your help to do so. So you can do that by hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. The content is free, but you can pay for it through the like button. And with that being said, I'm checking out. Catch you guys around.
See y'all.